Before the Swordsmith Village arc of Demon Slayer starts in April, this video will serve as a refresher to those who have forgotten about the events of the first two seasons and the movie, or those who don't have time to go through those and just want a quick summary. But if possible, watch the anime, because it has an emotional story and animation that is among the best in the medium. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps the channel out. Anyway, Demon Slayer is a manga written by Koyoharu Gotoge. The mangaka debuted in 2013 and released 4 one-shots up until the year 2015, but with no success. Then Gotoge's first editor, Katsuhiko Katayama, suggested starting a series with an easy-to-understand theme, and thus the manga Demon Slayer was born. With the one-shot Kagarigari used as the basis, it is currently being animated by Studio U40. The story is set in the Taisho era in Japan. Tanjiro Kamado lives happily with his family and assists in income by selling charcoal at a nearby town. One day, he returns to find his entire family killed by a demon attack except for his younger sister, Nezuko, who was turning into a demon herself. A demon slayer named Giyu Tomioka tries to kill Nezuko, but seeing the resistance from both Nezuko and Tanjiro, he spares her and tells them to find Sakonji Ukoradaki on Mount Sagiri for assistance. They find Sakonji after encountering a demon. Nezuko rests while Tanjiro trains for about 6 months under Sakonji with the help from his former students Sabito and Makomo in order to become a demon slayer, in the hope of finding a cure for Nezuko. In this training, he learns about the total concentration and water breathing techniques.
Breathing is fun.
After completing his training, Tanjiro then goes to the final selection in order to join the Demon Slayer Corps. He slices the neck of the hand demon that killed the former students of Sakonji. Tanjiro survives the 7 days of the final selection along with 4 others. He receives an ore to make a sword, and when he returns to Mount Sagiri, a swordsmith named Haganezuka makes one for him. Shortly after, he receives his first mission to investigate the young girls disappearing in a nearby village. Tanjiro battles and defeats the swamp demon with Nezuko's help, and Tanjiro then smells a scent that was present when his family was killed and followed it to see Muzan Kibutsuji, the original demon, capable of turning people into demons disguised as a human, and he escapes. Muzan tasks 2 demons, Susamaru and Yaiba, to kill Tanjiro because his earrings reminded him of a feared enemy from the past. Tanjiro is rescued by a demon named Tamayo, who is with a demon named Yushiro, who is capable of making a cure for Nezuko if she gets Muzan's blood sample. They are then attacked, and Tanjiro battles and defeats Susamaru and Yaiba with help from Nezuko, Tamayo, and Yushiro. On Tanjiro's next mission, he meets Zenitsu, who was a survivor of the final selection, but had no idea how he did it. But we see that when he loses consciousness from fear, he uses thunder breathing. The two complete their mission by saving the 2 brothers after defeating the drum demon and the other unnamed demon with some assistance from Inosuke, who makes his first appearance. On their next mission, the trio battle it out with the Spider family, and due to the number of deaths that were occurring, the Demon Slayer Corps sent Shinobu and Giyu to assist. We get to see Inosuke's beast breathing, and we learn that Zenitsu used to have black hair but got struck by lightning whilst training, and that he only knows the first form of thunder breathing. The Demon Slayers managed to beat the Spider family in the events that culminated in the episode titled Hinokami, which is one of the best episodes in the anime in general, from the music to the storytelling of how Tanjiro's frail father managed to perform a long traditional dance and the code using the fire-breathing technique, and how Nezuko is always there to assist her brother. And Tanjiro delivers arguably the best beheading ever animated. Rui, whom Tanjiro killed, was one of the 12 Kizuki, who are powerful demons that serve under Muzan. Tanjiro proves his determination to find a cure and to kill Muzan, while Nezuko proves that she is unlike other demons and can be trusted. So the Hashira, who are the highest ranking people in the Demon Slayer Corps, eventually trust them. The first season ends with our trio doing some more training. Moving on to the Mugen Train movie that was released in Japan on October 16, 2020. This is what made Demon Slayer one of the most popular anime of this generation. The film starts with Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Inosuke boarding a train. They've come to lend a hand to the flame Hashira, Kyojiro Rengoku, in his mission to kill a demon on the Mugen Train who was behind the disappearance and killing of 40 passengers. Directly after, all of them except for Nezuko fall into a deep sleep. The work of Enmu, lower one of the 12 Kizuki. Enmu then instructs his slaves to enter the dreams of these demon slayers and destroy their spiritual core, which would make them crippled forever. The demon slayers get trapped in their happy dreams and couldn't differentiate between reality and dreams. Tanjiro meets his slaughtered family in his dreams and spends time with them without realizing they're dead already. Rengoku reminisces on his past with his younger brother Senjiro and his alcoholic father Shinjiro. Zenitsu envisions a life with Nezuko and Inosuke imagines himself as a leader. However, Tanjiro's sister Nezuko comes out of hiding and burns down the rope that had Enmu's magic spell. She also awakens Tanjiro's consciousness and thus helping him to differentiate between reality and illusion. Tanjiro wakes himself by killing himself in the dream. Out of his dream, Tanjiro wakes up his friends too and slaughters Enmu, who then attaches himself to the train. The moving train becomes his blood, bone, and flesh. In order to end this demon, Tanjiro and his friends decide to destroy the engine where the head of the demon lies and successfully do so. However, another high-ranking demon, the Upper Moon 3, Akaza, appears after that. He tries to persuade Rengoku to turn into a demon and become immortal after sensing his already immense power, but Rengoku denies his proposal. Then Rengoku and Akaza begin a fight to the death in which Rengoku, unfortunately, doesn't win, but manages to damage Akaza with his solar plexus. Rengoku tries to hold Akaza in place until the sun came out, but Akaza escapes into a nearby forest. An enraged Tanjiro throws his sword at Akaza, impaling the demon's chest, but Akaza escapes as Tanjiro breaks down. Rengoku encourages Tanjiro and his friends to never give up and set their hearts ablaze before passing on and reuniting with his mother in the afterlife while the demon slayers mourn his death. The movie ends with the remaining Hashiras receiving the news of Rengoku's passing. The Entertainment District season starts with Akaza vowing to Muzan that he will kill Tanjiro after Muzan expressed his disappointment that Akaza only managed to kill Rengoku. Tanjiro goes to meet Rengoku's brother Senjiro and his father Shinjiro, who dismiss Tanjiro violently. However, when Shinjiro sees Tanjiro's earrings, he explains to him he is a bearer of the first breathing technique called sun breathing. Senjiro later on thanks Tanjiro for passing on Rengoku's messages. 4 months after Rengoku's death, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke accompany the Sound Hashira Tengenuzui to their next mission, infiltrating the Yoshiwara Red Light District, where demons are said to reside. Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke are disguised as girls and sought to where Tengen's 3 wives had gone in order to find their whereabouts. We then find out that Makio, one of Tengen's wives, is being held captive where Inosuke was. In the house Zenitsu is in, we meet Daki, who is an upper 6th rank who captures Zenitsu. Tanjiro and Inosuke meet to exchange information but see that Zenitsu is missing. Tanjiro is then confronted by Daki and the battle one-on-one. Tengen finds Hinatsuru, who is one of his wives, on the outskirts of the district. Inosuke finds a narrow passageway under his house, leading to a cavern that serves as a holding cell for Daki's victims. He manages to free Zenitsu and 2 of Tengen's wives, Suma and Makio. While Daki and Tanjiro are fighting, Daki sees Tanjiro morph into someone else, and this vision was coming from the memories of Muzan. She overpowers Tanjiro and he collapses, struggling to breathe. Then Nezuko appears in front of Daki with an aged-up appearance. Nezuko and Daki fight, resulting in Daki being thrown into a building. Tanjiro stops Nezuko when her bloodlust for humans kick in. Tengen then arrives and beheads Daki, but she doesn't die. Her brother, Gyutaro, emerges from within her, who is also upper 6 ranked. Zenitsu and Inosuke join the battle while Tengen battles the upper 6 demons. Tengen realizes that he had been poisoned after he managed to separate the 2 siblings whom they planned to behead separately at the same time. So, the battle split into 2 groups. Daki versus Zenitsu and Inosuke, and Gyutaro versus Tengen and Tanjiro. Hinatsuru joins the fight versus Gyutaro, and after a while both her and Tanjiro get separated from Gyutaro and Tengen, who continue their fight. Tanjiro joins the battle against Daki, and Inosuke manages to remove her head, but Gyutaro appears and saves her, then stabs Inosuke in the back. Zenitsu pushes Tanjiro off the roof on coming attack. The trio then regroup and make a plan to behead the siblings in what is one of the best episodes of the anime in terms of visuals, music, and sound design. Tanjiro reels from the poison that he had gotten, and then Tengen tells him to run because Gyutaro had planned to self-destruct. Gyutaro's body explodes, sending waves of blood blades destroying the city. Nezuko burns the blood blades with a blood demon art. Waking up, Tanjiro realizes he is no longer poisoned, reuniting with Nezuko and the others. Tanjiro takes a sample for Tamayo from the spilled demon's blood. Daki and Gyutaro pass on. The serpent Hashira, Obanai Iguro, arrives and jokes with Tengen. After this, we see Akaza being summoned to the Infinity Castle, indicating that an upper rank had been killed. The season ends with Tanjiro emotionally embracing Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Nezuko. That's it from us. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment for more content coming your way.